Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier, and we're back with the Rust Community Showcase, and today we're going to be looking at the other 12 skins added to the game last week, and we're basically going to start from number 13 on the workshop and go all the way through 24. There's going to be no order of favoritism whatsoever. This is just the order that Face Punch put the skins in the game on the workshop. So starting with number 1, or 13, depending how you look at it, we have the Industrial Protection Mask. Now the Industrial Protection Mask is a face mask that resembles a welding helmet, where they remove the nose piece between the eyes, and my favorite thing about it is all the discoloration on the face piece. This is really, really cool. It's got what seems to be rivets going across the forehead there. I like it. It's very simple. There isn't much to it, but those little details really does help it stand out compared to all the other face masks that we have added so far. Next up, we have the Rusty Coffee Can Helmet. Now this is a really cool skin. This is definitely one of my most liked skins that I've seen in a while for the Coffee Can Helmet. Not because of the fact that it's very detailed or it's got a lot of really cool stuff on it, just because of the fact that it's really realistic. Like if I had a coffee can that was sitting outside for months and months and months in the rain, in the snow, this is what it would look like. It would be this rusted. And for someone to go and make a helmet out of it, this is what you'd expect it to look like. I love the realism that people have when it comes to skins, where they make something dirty and damaged and etc, etc, etc. So this kind of thing, this is what I really like about skins, is that realism. So to Kludge, great job on the skin, it looks awesome. Next up, we have the Golden Leaf Semi-Automatic Pistol Skin. Now this is an awesome skin. The coloring is just great. And the picture that you're seeing right now, it does make the coloring look really nice. However, the best feature about this pistol skin, you pretty much can't see, and that is the two rear sight posts and the front sight post have these little glowing dots on them. Those glowing dots glow in the dark and make it so much easier to hit people when it's starting to get dark out. That is an awesome feature on this skin. It's one of the ones that a lot of people say they love, and one of the reasons why they buy the skin. So with that, this is probably one of my favorite semi-automatic pistol skins right now, just because of the glowing dots on the post. So yeah, to Rob J, great job on the skin. Next up, we have the old heavy wooden door. Now if you look at the picture on the left, we see our default door. It's got the 6 vertical planks. That's what we're used to seeing, right? Most of the skins that we see are an alteration of that door. However, the door on the right, the old heavy wooden door, has 3 very wide set vertical planks, and it looks completely different, and I absolutely love the look of it. One of my favorite things is actually the bottom, I don't know, maybe 3 inches of it, where it's a brighter color and it looks completely distorted. That's probably from waterlogging. That's what you would expect a wooden door to have when the water pools at the bottom of it, or it gets really, really dirty and it starts to discolor. That's incredibly realistic. I really enjoy when people add that kind of stuff. And throughout the whole door, really, there's stains. You can see near the handle there, where it's kind of rusted and dripping down. That's from water. Water dripping on the handle and rusting it out. That's all incredible details, and I love that kind of stuff. So this is, I think, an incredible addition to the game. Unfortunately, it's a wooden door, and wooden doors don't get much use in the game at this point in time, simply because people are always trying to replace them as quickly as possible. But other than that, though, having this on your base, at least it looks better than the default door, so I'm really excited about that. So to Krav, great job on the skin. Next up, we have the High Quality Gold Rock. Now this is a skin that I actually enjoy for the rock, because a lot of times when you see a gold rock skin, people just do literally the entire rock as a gigantic golden nugget. And that's, in my opinion, somewhat overkill. To see this though, with the gold veins in the rock, I think it's really, really cool. Unfortunately, when it comes to the rock, it's one of those skins where when you go ahead and you make it, you have to literally craft the rock in order to get the skin. So most people just take the default rock because they don't have to craft a rock, and the rock will last a long time. Or if they need a new rock, they're plentifully available by finding a sleeper or a dead body in the ground. So as I said with the last video, when it comes to the rock, I wish when you logged into a server or you connected to a server, or when you wake up from being dead, I wish they would give you a random rock from your collection. So if I owned this skin and the previous skin and 5 other rock skins, I wish it would just randomly give me one of them. That way I had the opportunity to get my skin out and use it without having to craft it, and then without having to have a default rock. You know what I'm saying? But for this rock, I enjoy it. It looks great. Awesome job. Next up, we have the British Sign Vest. Now some of these signs are fairly common, ones that you would expect to see pretty much anywhere. There's a zoo sign, there's a train sign, there's a bus sign. Those are fairly common. It looks like there's an Abbey Road sign on the player's left shoulder that's kind of sandwiching the zoo sign. and then on the back there looks to be maybe a person at work sign. But other than that, I think it's pretty cool. It's different than the signs that we currently have, so that's always acceptable, because you're not always going to have the same signs when you're walking around the apocalypse. Someone could grab this sign, they can grab that sign, they could do pretty much anything they want. So, and with the way that our society works, there's pretty much a sign for everything. So having different options is always great. The details on this sign are awesome. They didn't just take the random signs that we normally get for our sign vest and whatnot. They actually made something completely different, and I really enjoy that. So, to Rob J, great job with the skin. Next, we have the British sign pants, which is the kilt. And basically what they did was they took a bunch of signs and they matched it to the British sign vest. And now you basically have a set. Now having the two pieces together is probably the smartest move for Face Punch, because in the past they've added one skin from a set and not another. And I'm not gonna lie, it was really dumb. Because people make these sets to go together and then they only add one piece and you don't have the set. So I'm really glad they added the whole thing together. With this one, it's got some pretty funny signs on it. Of course, it's got the Abbey Road sign as a whole. On the back, it has an exit sign pointing up, which I'm sure is somewhat of a little joke because it's the back and it's an exit. But other than that, having the two pieces together looks really cool. I really enjoy it. To Rob J, great job on the skin as well. Next up, we have the caution tape top, which is basically the tube top, which is a halter neck that's made of caution tape. And there isn't really much to say about it. I'm hoping that because there's no player model available to see this on, I'm hoping that the chest is covered by the caution tape and the chest isn't poking out between the two pieces. I'm expecting it to be covered, so it's really not that big of a deal, but if it's not, that would be quite interesting. Now the tube top that we see here, the halter neck shirt as a whole, is, in my opinion, one of those troll pieces of clothing. Whenever I see a sleeper and I don't feel like killing them, I pretty much put them in a halter top or, halter neck or this tube top shirt. I put them in that and a skirt. So if they wake up, they have some clothes on, but, it's kind of funny looking. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those items too, or one of those skins where someone wakes up and all of a sudden they have a caution tape tube top on. But other than that, it's a great skin. I like it. Good job. Next, we have the Jungle Camo sleeping bag. Now, we don't have any version 3 sleeping bags to the best of my knowledge, so having these added in, awesome. We needed new skins for sleeping bags anyways. With this one, it looks fairly simple. It's basically just the jungle print, the woodland print that you'd expect. The stitching really stands out to me. I think they did a great job on the stitching. It looks good. Other than that, it's really not much to say about it. It's just a jungle camo sleeping bag, and we definitely needed new ones. So I would love to see this skin compared to the old version, the old sleeping bag that we had, to see just how different they really are. Unfortunately, I can't do it at the moment. But hopefully you guys, when you get in, you'll be able to do it if you buy this one and the previous one. So, to Jean-Luc Picard, awesome. Next, we have the Burlap Ninja slippers. Now, when I said that they would add one item and not all the rest of the items, this is it. Basically, the ninja suit is a 4-piece suit. They have the mask, the shirt, the pants, and the slippers, and Face Punch only added the slippers. Now, granted, having the slippers by themselves, it's not too big of a deal, because they're basically just black shoes. But it's one of those things where it's like, if someone makes a whole set for, like in this case, the ninja suit, and they only add one piece, what are the odds of the other 3 pieces being added eventually down the road? Probably not. But the fact of the matter is, the ninja slippers are in, they look good. I think probably myself included, and maybe some other people, when you're going around making clothes the first time around, and you make burlap slippers in this case, I would probably end up making these because they just look good. And I typically wear black and white for the most part, so having these being black, yeah, they'll definitely look good on me. So, yeah, I like them. Great job. Next up, we have the First Aid wooden storage box. Now, this is a small chest, and it's basically green, has First Aid on the side, and a cross on the top. Now, this is one of those skins that I really, really enjoy because, like all the rest of them, they had that realism and that little attention to detail to where the paint job is somewhat, I don't want to say destroyed, but discolored in certain spots. It's starting to wear away. The cross on top is starting to fade out a little bit. You can see the green poking out underneath it. The First Aid isn't very pristine looking. You can see the paint is starting to come off. And in the bottom left corner of the box there, you can see there's a large strip of green paint that's been removed by who knows what. It could have been rubbed off, it could have been, I don't know, scratched off. But that's the kind of thing that I like about skins, where people add them with a lot of realism. Nothing's going to look perfect in the apocalypse, nothing's going to look perfect in the Rust world. When stuff looks like it's starting to fall apart, that's the kind of stuff that I like. So to Jean-Luc Picard, great job on this skin. Next, we have X-Tab's Rust Punk AK-47. This is the last skin for this video, and I couldn't have picked a better skin to end the video on because this thing looks absolutely incredible. So basically what he did there is he took a steampunk version of the AK and put it on the workshop. Now if you know anything about steampunk, basically this AK-47 fits in exactly with that theme. You got visible gears, you've got all these gold trimmings. I mean, this skin is absolutely incredible. I'm hoping at one point Face Punch gets to the point where they can actually add moving parts to skins. Not just the glowing, but actual moving parts. Could you imagine how cool it would be with this skin if those gears in the center actually moved around? That would be absolutely incredible. Now, personally, I don't know how difficult that would be. It's probably pretty difficult, especially when you're talking about skins that everyone can use and the effect on the server that moving skins would have. However, I do think it'd be really cool. But besides the fact that the gears don't move, this is still a really cool skin, and I'm hoping to see this one a lot because this one definitely deserves to be in the hands of a lot of players. So to X-Tab, as usual, incredible job on this skin. I love it. That's pretty much going to be it for this video. Face Punches went ahead and added 17 new skins to the game for today, and I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about those. 17 is a lot less than the 24 we had before, but I don't think I'm going to be able to squeeze 17 in one video. Or if I do, it's going to have to be very, very short, talking about every single one. So that's something we're going to have to look at for next week here. But otherwise, this video is good. I love the skins from last week. I'm sorry it took me so long to get to them, but I finally did catch up with it. So now I have to catch up to today's skins. If you guys liked it, all the skins are in the description below. You can check them out if I didn't show the right pictures or I didn't show them enough. Check them out for yourself. And of course, get them in the store if you want to buy them. Sergeant Solj, the Rust Community Showcase. We'll see you in the next showcase video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more great content from Private Astro or myself, please hit that subscribe button and click on any of the videos above. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Sergeant Solj or Private Astro video. Bye-bye.